Hello, I'm Carrie and I'm from Team D, and I'm going to do this video on our interviews that we did as a team. Each of us chose an organization and picked a member from that organization who had an expertise in sustainability and healthcare, or within their organization, not necessarily healthcare. We compiled all of our interviews together, and we, as a team, agreed on one interview in particular that we thought was the best. That interview is the interview that Renee had done with a Miss Joy Chandler. Now, as you can see, I have notes about our interview. So the reason we chose this one as the best interview is simply because we just felt like the answers that were provided by the person being interviewed, Miss Chandler, were the best answers based on all of our interviews. Some of our interviews had some vague answers, whereas others gave out a lot of detail. So with that, we chose, like I said, Renee's interview. And the reason we thought they were good was because it wasn't necessarily healthcare related versus just an overall organization. And that was a lot of our organizations more focused out of healthcare, which a reason we like Renee's interview the best was simply because when relating to our audit, we're able to see how other organizations process their sustainability. For example, in many cases, a lot of our interviewees do not have separate sustainability departments, whereas Renee's, they have their own department for sustainability. Also, each organization had different leadership views, leadership styles, and the way that they processed their organization and how they would relate this information to better their systems, which we find beneficial for when it comes to doing our audit, because it's not bare bone to one particular aspect, but we're able to see how many organizations come together and how they overcome these types of things. Hopefully this video has explained to you why we chose Renee's interview versus anybody else's. Now, any of our interviews would have worked, and they were all great interviews, but we just, as a team, decided to choose hers, and we agreed that these interviews combined will help us with our audit information. So, I'm Carrie.